Fact Pilers. It is the admin. I'm here today with my friend Chuck, who is one of the know-alls of the Wheel of Time. And since you guys asked, go ahead, you can drink it. Since you guys asked me for a video response to who would win between the Wheel of Time and Sword of Truth, I figured it would be good for me to bring on someone from the other side with some good points so we can see who really would win this fight. So, with that being said, Chuck, the big argument is always that Raw has kind of the plot-induced stupidity of he can basically wish for anything that he wants versus, Rand can basically has...
Rand has more, I think, knowledge, though. It's the intellect.
Okay.
He can, if he specifically needs to conjure something up, like a death gate, he can do that.
All right.
And we talked about this earlier. What I think the event, don't get me wrong, I love The Seeker, and I hope they bring back Season 3. I love both series, but I got to go with Wheel of Time on this. I really think, even though people can argue that Raw can randomly bring up whatever he needs at that moment, it's random, so it's not going to work all the time. And on those misses, he's really going to pay for it. And you also got to look at the point of this, too. I mean, yes, Raw's good. He's strong. But I think he actually developed a little slower than Rand.
Okay.
You can argue that, but even in the very beginning of the books, if Rand needed to, he could touch the power, the true source, for a while and do certain things.
But did he know that?
In the first book, no, actually. He didn't know how he was doing things. He was just a young country bumpkin. It took him a while, but by book 3, he was doing pretty good.
Okay.
And, again, like I said, you got to argue. There's so many points you can argue on this. They're really good guys. But I really think it comes down to the specific knowledge.
Okay.
That, it's as much as I like Chaos Theory and Captain Kirk and all that stuff, and when you're coming down to just random rolls like that, and if you're going to do that, don't forget Matt. Matt's like the god of luck, and he's on Rand's side.
Yeah. Okay. Well, to that point, this is inclusive of all the creatures, abilities, everything from each universe. So you kind of have, what about like the Dreamwalkers from Sword of Truth?
Right.
Is there some defense that Rand had that could stop someone entering his brain?
Well, see, that's the thing. Even like with the Mord Sith, they supposedly can stop magic and that. But it seems like whatever Rand needed to do, he could touch the true power, and it was like the power of God, almost the Creator. Because I mean, he actually could fight Satan, evil, and beat him.
All right.
And it was like Rand was basically a god at the end of the series.
Okay.
And whatever he needed to do, he could just do it.
Well, to me, that's the same argument for Raw. He could do it. I mean, at the end of the Sword of Truth series, he did tap into the boxes, and he created 2 worlds, one with magic, one without. And the people who didn't want magic, they went there, and he stayed in the magic world. Isn't that...
They're very similar. There's a lot of similarities, but I still think it comes down to, just because of the specific knowledge of Rand, he would know how to backdoor Raw. He would find a way to win. Because every time that one of the Forsaken thought they had Rand beaten, he found a backdoor. He found a crack. He found a way to win.
Okay.
Well, you can't fault the intelligence.
I could make the same argument for Raw. I mean, he was a war wizard. He was the Seeker. So he, too, had all these... he always found a way to defeat whatever the opposition was. Yeah,
interesting. But the Seeker, remember, as good as he was, only had one woman, Caitlin.
True.
Rand had 3 wives. They're pretty hot, too, especially Elaine.
I can't beat that one.
That's not all I got to say on this subject, buddy.
All right, so we are saying Wheel of Time wins because he has 3 women, not just one.
Yeah, and I think the ultimate knowledge in the end. I mean, he could specifically do things that he needed to do when he needed to do them.
Okay. Well, I'm still going to disagree on that, and I'm sure all of you will still disagree on that, but that's why we're here. So I want to thank Chuck for showing up, and hopefully we'll do more of these in the future. Catch you guys later.